Hello, good people. Eric here. Before I get into my usual review of something, I just want you to know that I don't know if I can call this channel truly scuffed anymore. I went out today and bought me a little microphone, and then I got me a webcam. It's 4K. I doubt I got it set up right, but I got that anyway. And then I got a light ring, which you can probably see in my eyes. Very hard to get used to. Staring at this light with a camera in the middle of it. I don't know if I like it, but it's hopefully it helps kind of make everything a little bit more clear. And my laptop, so the camera's there. My laptop is down here, which is different. So if you see me looking down, I'm just looking at the video and making sure I'm looking good, I guess. All right. Well, now that that's done, let me get into it. I'm going to be reviewing um, All Systems Red, the first book out of the Murderbot Diaries by Martha Wells. Here's the the box set there, four-parter. I think they're all roughly 150, 200 pages. I've just read the first one, so I'm not 100% sure on that. I watched a recommendation from Murphy. I'm probably going to butcher this. Napier. Incredible YouTuber. She puts out awesome videos on books and book topics and recommendations. Duly worth checking her out, Murphy. For the couple people that are gonna be watching, absolutely, she's awesome. So I just pulled the trigger and bought these, thinking just to see what they were about, because she liked them so much, and they were first impression. The first one anyway was awesome, truly so good. Science fiction, a bit of a mystery, I would say. And our main protagonist, who is, we're in his, seeing through his eyes, is the sec unit, who is kind of like a robot made with organic parts. He's kind of a mix. He's not truly human. I don't know if he's an android. He's just a different mix of the organic and robotic parts with like no will of his own, and he is pretty much employed. He's kind of like a slave to a company, but he with no will. He's like a robot that's employed to protect people who want to go do stuff go to dangerous places. And that's where the book takes place. That's what the book's about. Later on in the series, you find out that, or the first book, you find out that he personally likes to be known as to himself, like his name to himself. That's like just it's not a deep memory, but it's just a deep thought to himself. He likes to be called the Murderbot. So the Murderbot is our main character. We are following him around, and on this in this All Systems Red book, we are introduced to him. He is bodyguarding a bunch of researchers. Researchers? Yes, researching. Scientists researching this planet full of, I guess it's full of like animals and like flora that are carnivorous. So you just never know, and they have to have this sec unit with them to protect them, and you just so you find out about a little bit about the planet, and it just kind of devolves or evolves into a mystery later on throughout, and I'll get into that in a little bit. And then you find out a little bit more about the Murderbot and the different researchers and the character development. Like the Murderbot is just his personality is the best. I mean, truly for being a Murderbot, it is. I mean, I understand. I think like one of them, one of the reviews on the book is not only funny, fast-paced space thriller, but also sharp, sometimes moving character study, and that's so true. You really get a look at this android or this organic robot thing with no human will, and you get a look at what it's like to be in his shoes, and the fact that he's employed by humans and just can't stand them, hates them, doesn't want to talk to them, don't want anything to do with them, just wants to do his job and be done, and doesn't even want to do that, I should say. Like, all he wants to truly do is be lazy, or not lazy, but just lie down and watch TV shows and watch TV. That's all he wants to do. He doesn't want to do anything, and it's just you got like a lazy Murderbot who doesn't want to, doesn't really like he just very passive, and if he can get by with a minimum amount of effort, that's what he does, and it leads to some pretty comedic gags for sure in the book. So I don't know if I really just before I get into spoiler territory, quick take. 100% worth the recommendation. 100% worth pulling the trigger, because I can't imagine the other 3 books are going to be bad. You'll find out because I'll release videos on them, but absolutely, for as short as they are, quick. I mean, they went by so fast. Or the one book went by so fast, and I did not want to put it down. It was such a page turner. So well worth the read if you're into like a science fiction, different planet mystery, so to speak. Yeah, so I guess I'll Arnold halt here, getting into spoilers. So beware. Skip to the end of the video if you want my last take on things. But if you stop now, that's good too. So it pretty much starts out that Murderbot was hired to bodyguard these researchers. These researchers, that sounds so weird to say, but these scientists are kind of investigating the floor, the topography, the different things on this planet, and next thing you know, they get attacked by a monster, a beast of the planet, and Murderbot goes in and saves them, saves 2 of them, even though he was told not to by a report, like a command, and it gets explained later, but he saves him even though he's not technically, he wasn't really supposed to. He kind of goes against that and does it anyways, and it slowly develops from there that the intel, the package that they got on this planet was all the information they needed to be completely safe. Like this package included all the animals, the locations of everything, like what they needed to stay safe. Well, getting attacked by a beast is that this beast wasn't on there. Something's going on. Something's afoot. There's information in this package that was left out. Now, what's up? So there's speculation that maybe the Murderbot's company is trying to get him killed. They're being sabotaged somehow, and slowly it just develops into this trying to figure out where the information is, who took out the information, or like what's going on, just what's going on. And you find, so the whole time Murderbots interacting with them reluctantly, and this group of scientists are trying to overcome Murderbot's appearance and trying to treat him like a human, and he doesn't want any part of it. He just wants to go back and watch TV, and they make him take off his helmet, and he just is utterly embarrassed, and he can't control his facial expressions, so he takes off his helmet. You see this utter desperation that he's gonna have to talk to these people, or if they ask him a question, he removes his helmet and his face is stuck, and it's just comical being in the shoes of this bot this sec unit who doesn't want to talk to humanity and is easily embarrassed is just a riot, and it makes for such a good read. I was incredibly invested in them, and then I was invested in the scientists. You learn a little bit about them, and Murderbot starts to care for him just a little bit. It was good. What a great character. What a great. I don't know if I've ever my list of books that I've read is very short, and so I've never read anything like Murderbot or a character like Murderbot. The only other one I was kind of thinking maybe like a book similar would be like The Hitchhiker's Guide, but that's the characters are goofy, but Murderbot's just got just a ridiculous personality for the type of Murderbot that he is, or bodyguard bot. But yeah, so. Oh, you know what? No. I'm not done. Spoilers, don't come back. Do not come back. The ending was awesome. Oh, man, I got something in my throat. The ending was awesome. I truly loved it. I was a little bit apprehensive when Murderbot, for whatever, I was thinking Murderbot might have won his freedom. Might have won his freedom another way. Might have gone off with these researchers after they kind of bought his freedom and been able to watch TV. And at that point, I totally forgot there was 3 more books. And I'm like, well, where's this going to go? Murderbot's not going to be a murder, or he's not going to do his thing anymore. He's just going to be free. We already knew these, okay, whatever. So then at the very end, he kind of leaves town, leaves the planet, leaves them with a note, and he's off to the next adventure. And I imagine that's where the next book will be, and I'm there for it. So spoilers are over. Come on back. I am there for the next books here. The next books. I hope they're just as good. I hope they're just as captivating. I've not heard anything bad about the rest of them. So I'm excited. I'm excited to get into it. It's a kind of a breath of fresh air, and it makes sense why it won the Hugo and Nebula Award. It's just it's short story. It's like a short, 150 pages short look at a journey or a short little story of just one instance in this Murderbot's life. And, we're in this little journey and we're here for it. So definitely worth a checking out. Yes, definitely worth it. Give it a shot, and I'll see you on the next one.